Vitality is needed to dream big. In the last episode, we defined mindfulness and shared 21 quick mindful activities you could implement right away to help you live with more vitality. I wanted to start with that episode because it's really actionable from day one, but understanding more about your mindset shift can be really helpful to make those large, lasting changes. So today, we'll dive a bit deeper into the science that helps us make a deeper mindset shift, and here's some quick clips from a few gurus in this space that really help us understand and help explain what we're saying here. What is a big dream? I want you to be able to really dream big, and I love this example of what a big dream even is from the author of the book Dream Big, Bob Goff. He calls achieving big dreams landing the plane.
Land the plane. I fly planes a bunch, and when you get close to the runway, there's this thing called ground effect. The wind off the wings and off the pavement keeps you about 2 feet over the runway, and you'll just go down the whole runway that way if you don't get the tires on the ground. So what's it going to take for you to land the plane? Sometimes it means picking up the phone. Sometimes it means asking for the raise. Sometimes it's applying for the job. Sometimes it's applying to medical school, or whatever you had in mind. Get the wheels on the ground. Land the plane.
It's nice to have someone like Bob refresh our minds about what it means to dream big and take action towards that dream. What it means to dream like a kid, really, but then what's the next step you're going to take? So naturally, the next question for us becomes how? Or possibly, why can't I dream like this? What's getting in the way for many of us? And when it comes to being able to think big like this, what can we do about removing those things that are getting in the way? Well, you can't be your old self and dream big. The title of a Joe Dispenza book is a perfect one-liner for what we're looking to understand here. Breaking the habit of being yourself. Once you dream big, the next step is to believe in that dream and take action. Notice how I said the next step is to believe in that dream. Well, that's because for most of us, we don't actually believe in the dream in the first place. And the reason we don't believe in it is we are so focused on the past or the future that it's actually getting in our way. We are still living as our old personality. Listen here to Mel Robbins, who does an incredible job of describing a few of the ways that this old personality can show up in our day-to-day life.
Wherever you are right now, you're exactly where you need to be. And I'm going to say that because one of the major reasons why you do not have what you want in your life is that you invalidate wherever you are. You are so quick to trash yourself. You're so quick to go, this isn't happening fast enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm behind. I'm overwhelmed. That trash talk is what keeps you from moving forward. So you got to start telling yourself every day, you're exactly where you need to be. Wherever you are right now, you're exactly where you need to be.
This idea that you are exactly where you are supposed to be might seem a little bit woo-woo-y or blah-blah-ish. It might be counterintuitive, and maybe you're hearing it for the first time, but it's true. And if you know somebody else struggling with goal setting, please pass this on to them, because this is the appreciation we all need, that we are where we are supposed to be once we fully enjoy and live with vitality and appreciate the job we do have, the house we do have, the body we do have, whatever it is. Once we fully appreciate that that's where we're supposed to be right now, funny enough, our big goals and dreams can start to manifest. We need to live beyond circumstances in order to achieve our goals. Once we're able to live with mindfulness, our minds will have no choice but to start unlearning our old personality traits and make way for new ones. Upon these new personality traits, we can layer those big dreams and goals. So the actual next step, if we are to achieve the goal, is actually to stop doing the things our old personality used to do. Our old personality used to complain that things aren't good enough, that we aren't getting somewhere fast enough. So we need to become a new person. Literally, we need to change our personality. Just quickly, in interview 29 of JKL with Marsha Maya Weeder, TED Talker, author, and founder of Dream University, she shared with us at least 20 things that we can do to own our big dreams. Much of them were similar to what we're discussing here, so if you haven't listened to that episode yet, I think it can have a huge impact on many of us. One of the things she said was to stop telling your story. You are not your story. Your story will evolve and will even look completely different to different people at different times, but it's not something that you need to tell. Sometimes we get so stuck in past beliefs that we need to decide they are no longer serving us. We need to move on from these past stories by hitting a reset button and living in the moment. See, we either are or we are not in a creative, productive state. This is something that I should point out because at any given moment, we are either in a state of creativity, learning, and mindfulness, or we're not. I like to compare this to what happens when you flip a coin. It lands on heads or tails, that's it. When it comes to goal setting, we have one side of the coin which is empowerment, freedom, and deliberate creation. The other side of the coin is control, worry, and judgment. The thing about the power of now is that it is also binary. Much like a coin, in any given moment, you are either in alignment with the universe or you are not. There's no in between. The coin cannot be half flipped. And our circumstances don't have to matter. They often do, but they don't have to. I love referencing how Viktor Frankl proved that no matter our circumstances, we could flip this coin back to the side of freedom and empowerment. As he described in relation to concentration camps where no external factors on the planet have the right to make you feel a certain way. Time, environment, our body do not have to impact our mindset. Again, for many of us they do, but they don't have to. If we get truly aligned with what we want, the passions we are pursuing, then all we need to do is build momentum in the moment, nothing else. The ways in which we get there, all of the breaks, good or bad, are completely beyond our control. The key is to allow the results to flow to us. Don't attempt to earn being worthy or respected in the pursuit of the thing. Don't attempt to quantify or measure your success. Call it spirituality, call it the secret or manifestation. I just call it smart. There is nothing more practical nor rewarding than relinquishing control over the judgment and the calculations of whatever the hell success is, and instead focusing on simply doing what you love to do. Why would anyone actually want to change? One of the absolute geniuses in the area of big dreams is John Maxwell. I mean, he probably wrote a lot of books like this, but I know he definitely wrote the book, Put Your Dream to the Test. And he has a great framework for the 4 steps that lead people to actually make changes. He calls these the 4 seasons. And in this quick clip, he shares about the 4 reasons why we would move through each season.
People change in 4 different seasons. People change when they hurt enough they have to, when they see enough they're inspired to, when they learn enough that they want to, and when they receive enough that they're able to. Those are the 4 times that people change.
When he breaks down these 4 seasons in which we actually make changes, it really makes me think a lot of being a good teacher, a good coach, a good parent, or a good friend who's supporting someone else. A lot of times we think somebody can't achieve something, but it's probably because they haven't gone through enough of these 4 seasons. He said that we change because we feel enough pain that we have to, are motivated by others enough that we are inspired to, learn enough that we want to, or receive enough that we are able to. Those are mind-blowing factors that really could act as a filter for wondering if we are helping others achieve their dreams and goals in all 4 areas. And I love how this is essentially the whole idea behind JKL. Of course I'm biased, but the concept when it comes to just keep learning is that we can create this path, call it the 4 seasons, call it the 8 steps to success, call it what you want to call it. It's a path to achieve a goal in any area. So how do we become this quote unquote new person? Although the value is not in securing the dream, rather in appreciating the journey, I do believe everyone can achieve their big dreams. I have no doubt in my mind that this is the case for most everyone, but for many of us, something is getting in the way. One of the best ways to remove these blocks is deep meditation. But Joe Dispenza's book, for example, on this topic is hundreds of pages long for a reason. In a future episode, we can take a deeper dive into meditation, but for now, a great place to start is understanding the science of mindset and adding some activities that will help you be more mindful. If you haven't yet and you want some ideas about the activities that can help you start a mindfulness habit, go back and listen to the last episode where we defined mindfulness and shared 21 quick mindful activities that you could implement right away to help you live with more vitality, to make this shift from one of want and desire and lack to one of an abundant learning creator. Love y'all so much. All the best. And remember, just keep learning.